here, welcome back to my channel. Today is another product review. Today is a review on the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette, and this one is the Pink Sands edition. So I gave this a shot for the very first time. I hadn't swatched it, I'd only opened it, I'd only looked at it, I hadn't used it. So you get to see my real raw first impressions on video right now, and I also let you know if it gets a Candied makeup stamp of approval and if I believe it would really be worth your hard-earned dollar. So if you're interested in that, then just keep on watching. Sorry everyone for how weird I look right now. I just feel like I look weird. Everything's pretty much done except for my eyes. My eyes look very small. So let's get to swatching this puppy. I haven't even swatched this yet. I've had this like in my drawer for like 2 weeks. I haven't even touched it. You should all be so proud of me. So this is what it looks like. It just came in a plastic sleeves, clear plastic sleeve, so that was pretty much the packaging. On the back there's a lot of other languages, so there's a lot that I can't read, but it says it's a 3-dimensional highlighter palette, melted cream and powder, luxury blend of light reflecting pearls, buildable glow, effortless blendability. Those are very big claims. Okay, so this is what this one looks like on the inside. So from what I understand and what I've read, this one's more of a cream base. We use this one first and it's supposed to help minimize the appearance of like pores once you put the highlighter on. Then this one is supposed to sort of like make it really shiny. And then this one is supposed to pop underneath your sort of cheekbones, which is where we put our contour. So I'm a little bit unsure about that. And then this one here sounds like it's pretty much a blush. So I'm gonna put it on exactly how it says to put it on up the top here. It's got prep, set, sculpt and flush. So we're just gonna do it exactly this way. This is not normally kind of what I would normally do. So I wouldn't normally put sort of like a gold highlighter underneath my cheekbone. So it's fingers crossed it doesn't look utter crap because I am going somewhere after this, so fingers crossed, but let's get into it. So let me swatch them for you first before I put them onto my skin. So the first one is Capri. Oh, it is kind of like, oh, it is creamy. Oh, it actually looks to be a wee bit more of sort of a champagne-y tone. I thought it looked like quite dark and I was a little bit worried about that, but it's actually quite champagne-y. Then next is Santorini, and oh, these powders are glorious was the first word that came to mind. Wowza. So that's Santorini. Oh, that's really pretty. So it's kind of like a white, almost bluey actually, like almost a white blue yellow, if that makes any sense. The next one is I want to say Azores, maybe. Is that a bit exotic? Yeah, I can't say that word. Well, this one was a bit powdery, maybe I got too much. I think I might have got too much with that one. So that's the one that you're supposed to put under your cheekbones. That's that gold one. So again, not as dark as what it kind of looked to me in the palette, but still I'm a little bit nervous about putting that underneath the cheekbones. So this last one is called Ibiza, and this is supposed to be the blush, and that is really pretty. It's kind of a little bit of a sort of a gold toned pink, a little bit kind of like your NARS Orgasm kind of shade in my opinion. So let's go and put those on my face now. So the first thing that I'm going to do is pop that cream base on just with my fingers. I think, what else would you put it on with? Probably like maybe a sponge, but I'm just going to use fingers because, so it's actually quite pretty. I don't feel like it's minimizing pores. I feel like it's actually exaggerating them like every other highlight does. So far that's okay. It's nice, but it definitely doesn't hide my pores like it says it's going to. That's a bit of a disappointment. You always see these like really beautiful pictures of girls with their highlighter and there's no pores at all and it's like smooth, but I'm 30 years old, honey. I have pores. I have small wrinkles, like And now I'm just going to take my Morphe M510. This is just like a small highlighter brush. I'm going to take the shade Santorini and let's just pop that on top of where I put all that cream. It is quite intense. I think you could definitely wear that on its own. Yeah, my pores are definitely not hidden. And now onto the Scary AF shade. This is the one I'm going to be putting sort of slightly, I guess, underneath it. Kind of where I contour, and I'm a bit nervous about that. Azores, so let's put that one underneath. I'm nervous. Okay, I'm just taking like one dab, like I'm quite scared of it. So one dab. And I guess I put it underneath. What does it say? Apply Azores under cheekbones to add dimension and shape. Okay. So I think that may have made the appearance of my cheekbones curve around a little bit more, but to be honest, it's just made it a little bit more intense. So this is definitely so far not an everyday look. And now for the final shade, and that is Ibiza. Ibiza? Do we call it Ibiza or Ibiza? I think it's Ibiza, isn't it? It's kind of Ibiza. Yeah, so anyway, this shade, let's put this one on. This is the blushy kind of shade. So sweep this one on the apples of your cheeks. Okay, to be honest, that is just as highlighted as everything else. Okay, it's not very pigmented. Like I feel like this one doesn't actually have a lot of color. It's just metallic. Like, look at me. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna buff this out a wee bit because it's just, look at it, it's overload. So I've just got my clean, this is just a big face buffing brush, and I'm just going to try and buff this and just try and get some normality back into my face. Okay, so now it's time for my verdict on the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette, and this is the Pink Sands edition, so this is the lighter one. Okay, so I ended up paying like 100 New Zealand dollars for this. I can't remember what it was on the website, but I know that it was probably, I would say it would have been like at least probably $50 US, so it was quite expensive. All of Huda Beauty stuff is really expensive. It is sort of like higher top of the line stuff, I guess. At least that's where it's targeted at. So I really, really loved her eyeshadow palette. Her eyeshadow palette was amazing. I definitely highly recommend her eyeshadow palette. I could not rave about that enough. But in regards to this, does it get the Candied makeup, stamp of approval, drum roll please? Again, something I'm not actually too keen of. I'm beginning to feel like I'm getting let down by a lot of beauty products lately, and I don't know if it's because I'm being fussy or it's because things just aren't coming out as good as they should be at the moment. Granted, this is a beautiful palette. I feel like using it the way that you're supposed to use it and the way that it was designed to be used didn't necessarily really work for me. I had to seriously buff it out to a point where there's pretty much not a heck of a lot left on my face. I feel like I could do with another blush, like it just wasn't sort of pigmented enough. But it is really nice, and I think that if you were to use these kind of a little bit separately, like maybe just use this gold one separately and just use this one separately, I think maybe it would be a lot nicer. Instead, using them all together, I just ended up with a face full of metallics. Like it was so shiny, it was so over the top. If you're really wanting that Instagram glow, like that Instagram highlight, then this is exactly probably your best bet for it. I think this is probably the best highlighter palette I've ever seen to get that real Instagram look. But is it worth the money? Like, this is what I'm trying to weigh in for you guys, is like the money. These are really expensive, and does this work better than any other highlighter I've used? No. Is it totally like 3D, and does it, you know, cover all your pores, and does it do everything it says that it's actually going to? No, it actually doesn't. I don't even know if I'd call it buildable, because it just got so metallic that it was just too much. So, and if anybody knows me, I love my highlighters, I love my Seen from Space bling, but this was just too much. So I think individually these would be really, really nice. I think using it together like you're supposed to just doesn't work. I just, yeah. So I mean, but then again, if I factor in money, I just don't feel like it's probably really worth the price tag, really. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And also, if you're wondering about this eye look is also another review on the Pastel Goth palette that I'm going to be doing. Go check that out. That should be up pretty much the same time, if not a few days out from this video. So if you're interested about this, then go check that one out as well. And as always, you'll be seeing my face in the next one.